Over the last couple of weeks, there have been 3 members of As I Lay Dying who have abruptly quit the band, leading fans to wonder what could have happened behind the scenes to trigger such a strong response. Now, a 4th member of As I Lay Dying is speaking out and offering more clarity about what is leading to so much turmoil with As I Lay Dying. Here's more. The first sign of a problem within As I Lay Dying came when bassist Ryan Neff abruptly announced his departure from the band on the verge of a European tour. He wrote, "As of today, I've made the decision to leave As I Lay Dying. The choice comes after much reflection, and I believe it is the right step for my personal and professional journey. I'm grateful for the experiences and connections I've made during my time with the band. Thank you to all the fans for your support." Now, ordinarily, a lineup change like this with just one member leaving wouldn't really raise eyebrows, but this is after just a couple of years ago, where 3 members of the reunited As I Lay Dying lineup had already departed. Nick Hippa, Josh Gilbert, and Jordan Mancino, with Phil Sgrosso being the only other member from that reunion alongside vocalist Tim Lambesis. And so then we saw a week later, after Ryan Neff announced his departure, drummer Nick Pierce also announced he would be stepping down. He shared in a statement on social media, "As of now, I am no longer playing drums for As I Lay Dying. This is far from being the ending I anticipated, and I feel I need to distance myself from the band in an effort to retain my personal health and integrity. I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who followed and supported me throughout this journey. My goal has and always will be to create unforgettable memories with my friends and write music that will truly resonate with our fans. I'm proud of what I've accomplished on the road touring, as well as writing and recording drums for the new album. Looking ahead, I'm excited to continue my drumming career and pursue what I love most, which is making music. My touring and session schedule is now actively open for new opportunities." Now, this is the first statement where the wording is very interesting, where he says overtly he needs to distance himself from the band, leading people to think that, this seems much more than a dispute going on. What has happened where the band members are using that type of language? And that isn't the only statement with some choice words, where you also had guitarist Ken Susi speaking out and announcing his departure, and his verbiage was also interesting. The former Unearthed guitarist shared, "My time playing with As I Lay Dying has come to an end today. I leave with so much gratitude for everyone who followed and supported me from my days in Unearthed to this era of my career. I jumped into the As I Lay Dying camp with full knowledge of the heightened dramatic history, but had a drive to just play great music with great friends. Unfortunately, my personal morals have recently been tested to a breaking point, and it's now the saddest ending to what could have been the greatest second chance for this band. Ryan Neff is receiving a lot of backlash for stepping down first, and I regret not sharing this decision sooner and standing confidently with my friend. He's a flawless musician and an even better person. I'll miss you all on this stage, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Anyone looking for a guitar player? My resume is ready." And Ken and Nick Pierce are both former members of Unearthed, so who knows, maybe they could return to that band, you never know, but Unearthed also such a sick metal band. But the language used in that statement is interesting when he says his morals have been tested to a breaking point. So what does that mean? All I know is that it sounds very serious what he's saying. And now, the only other member other than Tim Lambesis to not have spoken out has now released a statement of his own. He had teased this in the immediate aftermath of the members leaving the band last week, but we were waiting to hear what he was going to say, and now he has released that full statement, and he's opening up in further detail about what was happening behind the scenes, and he has concerns about safety, as he was expressing in this statement from guitarist Phil Sgrosso. He first shared last week, "I'll be making a personal statement shortly on where I stand in the current As I Lay Dying situation. There's a lot more of the bureaucracy and business that I'm navigating at the moment, but I'll share more with you once a clear path of moving forward presents itself." And Phil has now delivered on that promise to provide a more in-depth statement about what was going on behind the scenes with As I Lay Dying. A short time ago, he shared the following. "Hey everyone, thank you for your patience as I took time to gather my thoughts before speaking on the current state of As I Lay Dying. With recent events, including the departure of band members and the cancellation of our European tour ahead of a new album release, It's clear we're in a difficult and serious situation. Simply put, recent actions have shown that As I Lay Dying no longer offers a healthy or safe environment for anyone involved, whether creatively, personally, or professionally. After witnessing some concerning patterns of behavior, I've realized that I can no longer, in good conscience, enable further actions that could negatively affect anyone working within this space. For these reasons, I feel it's in my best interest to completely distance myself, both creatively and personally, from As I Lay Dying. I also want to share my full support for Ryan, Ken, and Nick, who made the choice to step away recently. I'm grateful for our accomplishments and friendship over the past 3 years. With 21 years that I've dedicated to this band, it does not sit well with me to leave or abandon what I've considered to be my life's work. I don't feel that I or others should be forced out like so many have in the past. After all that's been put into this, I believe that with the right adjustments and restructuring, our music can continue to thrive and explore new possibilities in a healthier environment. Over time, As I Lay Dying has been held back by dysfunction, and I feel that it's no longer my responsibility to bear that burden. Thank you to everyone who has shown support for me and the music of As I Lay Dying. I'm looking forward to putting my energy and creativity into new, more positive ventures in the near future. Phil Sgrosso. All right, I think I speak for a lot of us out there, and I saw a lot of you in the comments that, guys, I am so sorry for those of you who have had to step down from this band. It breaks my heart, and it's such a talented band. It would be really cool to see Woven War come back. How many people out there remember Woven War dropping incredible music? And I don't know if that's possible, but this is a sad situation because these are such talented musicians, really putting their neck out there and doing what they feel is right and stepping away from a situation that they're saying they feel the need to distance themselves from. And now there has not yet been a response to this from the band's frontman, the only remaining member or former member of As I Lay Dying who hasn't spoken either about the current state of the band or their departure from the group. So it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say about all of this as well. But in the past, we've seen Tim earlier this year on a podcast saying that essentially the members of the band that had previously stepped down, that reunited lineup in 2018, he felt that things were constantly on edge and that he was being viewed in a certain way. But when you look at Phil's statement, he is expressing concerns about safety, professionally, personally, etc. You have Ken Susi saying his morals have been pushed to a breaking point. It seems like there's a lot more happening here than just a basic dispute of band members who merely aren't getting along. And so it'll be interesting to hear what Tim Lambesis has to say. But that is the strongest worded statement we've seen yet. Phil took his time and his thoughts were very concise and clear there. Again, so much talent has just left this band. And, they're really sticking to their values and what they believe in. And they feel, obviously, the need to distance themselves from the band, as now 2 members have stated in their departure. Again, all these members of the band who have stepped down, keep an eye out for whatever music they have going in the future. Follow them on social media. Let's see what they have coming next, because these are really talented musicians who have made some really good music over the years. So it's very sad to see them. And I know that this was not a decision that came lightly. And you hear some of them saying, I wish I would have made this decision sooner, etc. These are people making a living too. They're not just musicians. So these are tough decisions to make, which again, even more so points to how serious this situation is for them to have stepped away. So anyways, it's a sad situation any way you look at it. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything else about this. Of course, as always, be sure to subscribe to Rock Feed for the latest news and updates about your favorite bands.